Uma auntie. It's really nice to see you.
Thank you so
I
much.
should tell up. It's already 11, I think, in Japan, but she's just here for me.
That's so nice. How lovely. And you take care of yourself. Yeah, more power to you. I'm sure you're going to be absolutely fine very, very soon. And yeah, I mean, you radiate so much of energy that it's really nice to see you here. Thank you so much for joining in and supporting Mansavini too.
Yeah,
Thank you.
she's already going through a lot. I mean, I was talking to her for quite long today, but you're looking beautiful, Uma auntie.
Thank you. Nice to see you too. See you too. Okay.
We will wait for a little bit more time before we begin. Let's hope people join.
My mom is trying to join, but
okay, they have to add a few things and then they'll be able to join.
yeah, that's my mom.
Tara?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's been a big support.
I'm sure. We need a village to support us when we're going through tough times, and it's really nice to have your parents and your mother there. Mothers are always a big support system. Hi Tara auntie, nice to have you here. Thank you for joining in. We will wait for a few more minutes for some other people to join in as we see. It's just about time, so let's see.
That's my mom.
Nice. Hello, auntie. Nice to have you here. You're on mute. If you're talking, you have to unmute yourself.
Mummy, unmute. Uma auntie bhi.
Okay.
Ah.
Yeah, unmuted. Unmute.
Hello.
Hello, auntie. Nice to have you here. Thank you so much for joining.
Japan friends.
Yeah, let's hope some other people join in. There were so many people who signed in. Let's see that they've all received an email, and I've also sent them the Zoom link here. So hopefully people will be joining in. We'll wait for 3-4 more minutes, otherwise we'll begin.
We're done.
You look so pretty, Mansavini, in that picture with Luke Coutinho. You look so beautiful. You're looking like an Iranian lady.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to wear the hat and then
Yeah, it looks really pretty.
it was all steroids, right? So I was like all.
Of course, the hair. Yeah, you lose your hair and that. Yeah, absolutely. It's not easy to go through that, what you people are going through, but sure. We will wait for just 2 more minutes and then we'll begin. I think we can.
In fact, last week I gave a little talk about my experience of when I got to know and what all I went through. Last week, exactly 1 week ago.
Right. So it'll be a nice of you to, even talk today about what your experiences have been. And yeah, it'll just increase the understanding and awareness of people who will listen to you. So I'll be really happy if along with Mansavini, even you can put your thoughts across. So that'll be really useful. Thank you so much. So a warm welcome, everyone. And thank you so much for joining today. For this talk on awareness of breast cancer. We know that this October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, October 2024. And it's a time for all of us as women to understand that how important as women it is for us to be healthy and also create a support system for each other in case, things don't go our way. Of course, none of us want to have breast cancer or any other forms of cancer, but there are times in our life when we go through a situation which we obviously don't want it to happen, but life happens. And I think we are stronger than the circumstances that we go through. And I'm sure there are two of you here, Mansavini and Uma auntie, who are, who represent the fighter spirit that we women have. And thank you so much for being vulnerable here today and showing yourself and telling us about your story and your journey. And we're bringing and creating awareness for all the fellow women who are going to be listening to this program and today who are here, so that we learn from your experiences and also bring to you our authentic selves to say that we are there to support you and we really appreciate what you've been through, and yeah, for the strength that you represent for women as in general. So thank you so much for being here. A little bit about what how we will structure today's session. It's going to be a 1 hour session. We initially talk about, I'll give you a 5 minute or a 7 minute talk about what Moolah for Women is and what we do at Moolah for Women. And after which I will introduce Mansavini to you, and we will then have a candid discussion with Mansavini, and Umanti, you can join in that discussion to tell us your perspectives. So if that's fine, let's begin. So Moolah for Women is a platform for women by women. It achieves to bring financial freedom for women. It is a financial literacy platform. The focus is on women. It's a unique approach to make finance simple, fun, and jargon-free. The audience can be gently introduced to the world of finance through the Moolah platform so that they can start taking charge of their finances from a position of knowledge. Who's Moolah for? Moolah is for kids, because we have kids programs so that they learn finance at an early stage in life, and it's a very important life skill. It's for young adults who want to begin to manage their money well from the very beginning. It's for working professionals who are independent but want to be confident about managing their money. It's for homemakers who want to be financially independent. It's for young women who want to become financially free faster. It's for retired women who want to take care of their money, and for womenpreneurs also who want to learn business finance. So Moolah is practically for every woman, whatever her age and geography is. The Moolah tribe is from across the world. We have women from all over the world who are part of the Moolah tribe, and Moolah has impacted over 4,000 people from across the world. The Moolah impact is shifting the mindset of women to make them feel more in charge, worthy, and deserving. We empower women so that they become equal stakeholders in financial decision making. We support women so that they become a part of a community of like-minded women. And the Moolah impact is to eventually transform women so that they become smarter, confident, liberated, and happier. And we have a few of the tribe members here who can probably talk about it at the end of how Moolah has impacted them. We've also, like I said, we also do a lot of workshops for kids and young adults and increase their understanding about money. It helps them to start early so that they can begin well. It provides a safe environment for kids to ask questions and empower them to become confident about managing money from a young age. We also conduct webinars and workshops for various corporates and women-centric forums. And these workshops are customized to suit the requirements of individuals, organizations, and forums. The Moolah offerings, we call now, the new slogan for Moolah is Beyond Financial Empowerment, because once you are a part of Moolah, it's not just your you get financially empowered, but you also start feeling empowered in many other ways, and it changes every aspect of your life. So we offer personal finance programs where we have the Wealthy Me program, Money Mastery program, Platinum, Gold, and Silver programs, and a Beginner's Challenge. These are different programs which are for different people depending on what they're based on that. We offer financial advisory and planning services through trusted partners who will constantly handhold and support you through your journey so that you have a financial blueprint for yourself so that you can plan your finances better. The Moolah community, we have a community of thriving women who are financially empowered and who are on a similar journey as all of us here. We also offer business finance programs for women entrepreneurs and women business leaders. Apart from that, Moolah offers one-on-one coaching services where you can discuss your personal finance topics or deep dive into a topic of your choice, or for your personal queries, you can reach out to me and we can schedule a one-on-one coaching for you. We have a number of online masterclasses which are available on the Moolah website, and that's on a range of topics. And these are self-learning things. They're just about 1 or 2 hour programs where you can pick up a topic and learn yourself at your own pace. Like I said, we have online kids programs. Again, this is a self-paced program on financial literacy for kids and teenagers. And we also curate corporate programs on business and personal finance. So those are some of the offerings that we offer at Moolah. The wealthy, we want women to become self-made millionaires. It's a 3-month learning program plus a 1-year financial advisory program, which is designed especially for working women to set a roadmap for them to become self-made millionaires. And it helps you to step up your financial game from investing in traditional instruments like FDs and gold, or depending on your spouse, to becoming a master of your own money and actively managing and growing your investments. And by the end of the program, you will get a flat blueprint on how you can become a self-made millionaire and get the competence and confidence to also see it through. We invite guest speakers on various topics, and today we have Mansavini, who's talking on breast cancer. We invite people from different aspects of life, which are finance related, mindset related, business, entrepreneurship, women empowerment, book reviews, economic awareness. Those are the kind of topics we talk about. And like I told you before, that we have collaborations with trusted partners. So if Moolah is a one-stop shop. So if you want to have anything related to finance, reach out to us and we'll be able to help you and guide you to and handhold you through your journey. These are some of the financial planning lessons, sessions that we've had with our partner. To briefly introduce myself, I am Meeta Gupta. I'm a financial life coach and the founder of Moolah for Women. I have an MBA in finance with over 30 years of experience in banks and corporates, and I'm passionate about financially empowering women. My co-founder is Ritu, who's a dear friend who also has 30 years of experience and is an organic farmer and an angel investor. These are some of the tribe testimonials. Won't take you through too many of them, but yes, Moolah empowers women to become financially independent, confident, well-sorted, confident, equipped, understanding of money increases, structure, sensibility around money increases, and those are some of the things. I'm not going to talk. This is a video here, but we will skip this for now.
Helped me.
Yes, you can contact us. That's my number here directly. And we have 2 companies. We have one in Dubai and one in India. That's our website, Moolah for Women. And we are also on Instagram, #Moolah for Women. So you can follow us there. So that's a little on us. And with that, I thank you all once again for being here today. And yes, let me introduce to you Mansavini Bengani, right? Hi, Mansavini. Thank you for joining today and for being here today for all our Moolah viewers. I'll very briefly introduce Mansavini to you. Mansavini was born and brought up in Japan. She came to India at the age of 18 and did her a program in textile designing. After she came here, she's also pursued jewelry designing and also did hand painting. She currently lives in Jaipur, and post her, of course, she had, she went through a tough period of breast cancer in the middle, but today she's overcome that, and currently she's working in a school as a media consultant and handling their photography and video editing work. So a warm welcome to you, Mansavini, and thank you for joining us today. I'll leave the stage to you to tell us how and what you went through. And yeah, let's have an open, candid discussion here for women to learn from your experience. And also, as we go along, if any of you have any questions or any thoughts, please feel free to, kind of raise your hands or put in the chat box, and we will answer all your questions and how it goes around. So thank you, Mansavini. And yes, the stage is all yours. So how would you want to begin?
Thank you so much, Meeta, for having me here. So as you all know that I've been through breast cancer. So
would you want to start by telling us how did you get diagnosed with breast cancer, and how did you come to know that you got it, and what were your feelings when you came to know about it?
But anyway. Yeah. So it was 2017 when I got to know that I have cancer. Before that, it was December. One night I was just sitting and my hand just went here and I just felt a lump. And I just felt a lump and I started shivering. I mean, I had no clue about, what cancer is or nothing about cancer because I've never heard about, anyone in the family. No, none of my family members have it. And I've never seen anyone go through it. So it was just, a lump. So the minute I shouted that I felt a lump, I called my gynecologist and she immediately called me in the morning. She said, just come, I will have a check. So the next morning I went and of course I was scared, but she's a good family doctor also. But very nicely, she checked me up physically. And the next second she said, I want you to have some tests done. So that's when there was a little doubt, that something is not right or something. My mom, she's here right now, but she was supposed to go out of town that day. And that second only, my doctor said, Auntie, please don't go. She'll have to have some tests. Not sure about anything 100% because until the test results doesn't come, nothing is confirmed yet. So the first point is that, don't be scared that if you ever feel a lump, you should not be scared. I mean, of course, I'm a little, scared of doctors and injections and all. That's why I'm scared. But don't be afraid if you feel a lump. It is quite normal that all of us would have lumps in our breast. I mean, each one of us would have. So most of them, 9 out of 10, won't be cancerous. It's not going to be ki lump hai, so it's cancer. No, it doesn't work that way. But the point is that we are often scared of going to our gynecologist, and which many of us avoid doing. And that is a complete no-no. If you feel something, if you feel any changes in your body, please go to the doctor. That's the first step. You are supposed to do it and get rid of it. Then you're free from your mind that you don't have to think that I feel a lump or even and you keep on touching it every time. Obviously, your hand would go if you have some change in your thing. So when she told me to get our tests done, I got my tests done. Within a week, my reports came out. I got the PET scan done. And there was another test that had to be done first, triple T or some test, needle test. And it showed that there might be a malignancy. So PET scan is done so that, you know that your cancer is not spread in any other organs. So what my doctor says, my doctor was Dr. Mandan Natkarni in Mumbai. And in Jaipur, it was the other surgeon, Dr. Patni. So I went to him and it was when my PET scan came out, I wasn't called in the room. It was all my family members who was in the room. And then I said, there's something not right. So then the doctor didn't come for a while. And then I couldn't wait. I just went in. There was a junior doctor there. And then my mom and everyone, they were their faces and something, and they just nodded. And I just shook back to the wall and I shivered. I mean, I just couldn't handle it. So, but then it said, okay, this is it. I need to face it now. When you get something like, a life-threatening thing comes into your life, you have no other option left. Either don't fight, but you have to fight it. No matter in what mental state you are in. That's the only option God gives you, that you will have to go through it. So, okay, I used to blame myself that, it was me because before cancer, I was actually in a very low life condition. And that was, that was not right, but there were some circumstances that, so this is one of the cause that could be bringing it. There are other many causes, but once I really said, I used to start blaming me, but my doctor said that, Manaswini, there's only one suggestion to make, that don't blame yourself. This could happen to anyone. So from that day on, I stopped, that's why I said, doctor, I never thought in that way. I was always, I was into depression. I called it for myself, because my immunity was going on, because whatever I was eating, when you're low, then nothing would be reaching you. So that was one of the causes, but I don't blame myself now. After quite many years, it took a lot of time. I think now it's been 5 years, but now I think it could have happened to anyone. And it was my fault at some time, but it's not someone, I wouldn't be blaming on to myself. So, so then once my reports came, I got to know that I had breast cancer. I wanted to get it. My whole family decided that, my surgery should be done in Mumbai. So we flew there. Within 15 days, all my surgery was done. My doctor, Dr. Mandar Natkani, he was truly amazing. I would definitely recommend him. He is such a positive person. He was the only person, he was like so confident, it'll be all right. So the stage I got was HER2 positive. There are many types of cancer. And he says the best cancer is the breast cancer. I mean, no cancer is best, but out of all the organs, whatever you have, the best, it's the most curable cancer these days, because of thanks to all the medical research and everything. So he was the one who was treating me, and we had a lot of questions, of course, and he was very patient in answering each and every question, because ultimately it's the doctor, it's the patient's life. It's all about the patient's life, how it's all about, so the doctors won't be, impatient. He would want you to be satisfied, because you have to go through all the other treatments that's going to be happening. So it's all depends on, each and every type of cancer. There are around 4 to 5 types of cancer. And the one I got was HER2 positive, which is something related. I mean, I'm not too sure about all the medical terms, but it's something to do with hormones and all. So it was, and I was ER positive or something. So that's again led to something like with connecting to the estrogen levels. So, and that's why my treatment, I'm still going through some treatment, even in 5 years, but they're supposed to suppress, they are suppressing all my, estrogen. So basically cancer cells are, invisible to your immunity. And that's why your immunity cannot fight your cancer cells. So this is something I was just looking at the interviews and all of my doctor, and I got to know this now, that, because I never could listen to anything, because I was so much into anxiety, and I mean, opening up so much is also a big thing for me. So, talking about it. So what he said was, all the cancer cells are they're invisible. And so then your immunity would not be able to fight it. And so that for your immunity to fight it, then the treatment goes on, so that, they boost our immunity and all that, suppress our earlier estrogen, so that your cancer cells dies off. And then, I was supposed to go through a surgery, so which I went. And because the biopsy wasn't done yet, it was yet to be decided if I need to go through chemotherapy. Although before surgery, he said I may not be, have to go through it, because my tumor was not very big. It was, I think, 2-3 centimeters, something like that. But not sure that if it was in your lymph nodes. So lymph nodes is under your arms. So always check when you do your breast examination, which I'll be talking about also, to check your lymph node, if you have a lump under your arms also. So that would be only seen once he operates me and he'll do the biopsy in the theater. So my operation went on for quite a long time. I mean, I think 7-8 hours or something like that. So once I was out, that's when I knew that my port was inserted, because both my hands were stiff. It was like this and I couldn't move. So left side, I had my lump on my left side, and my right side was my port inserted. A port is a device that they insert you over here. So I had that for 4 years because COVID came in between. So I had that, so that they did, you have to, when they insert all the chemo medicines and all, if they do it straight with your needle, then it's quite hot, the medication and all, and it's painful. So then, you might get swellings and all. So the port gets, because of the port, things would be easier. So then I had to go through chemo. He said I'll have to go through chemotherapy because there were two lymph nodes were positive. 2 or 3 lymph nodes were positive, but he said I'll be fine. So, but of course, for a long time, for the longest time, I was quite scared. It took me a lot of time. A lot of, all the different types of cancers also have different side effects, different things you would be going in. Plus, your mental status would be different. Each and every one of us. I'm more on the emotional side. So, and I'm, so that's when, and I was already going through a couple of shocks before, also depression also. And I lost a friend also who just passed away 2-3 months back. So I was in a shock of that, and then suddenly cancer comes up. So there was a lot of things going on. And so then, I had to deal with that also and cancer also. So, but I had no option to just smile also, which was very difficult, just to do this. But my mom and my son has played a huge role. My son was only 10. I was only 38 when I was diagnosed with cancer. So that was one of the, hit, that how can I get cancer at, such a young age? I mean, cancer to 80s, 90s in mein hota hai, but I've never heard about it. So, at the age of 38, my son was only 10. So, but they've been a big strength.
Take a minute. Take a minute. Just drink some water.
My son was very positive. He's seen a lot, but every single day, I mean, without a miss is a big thing. For 2 years, he used to come to me every night before I sleep. He used to make me smile. He used to, literally put his fingers here, make you smile, and say, "Nahi, acha sona, acha khush rehna." Like, he had this whole long dialogue that he used to say every single night without miss. So, he was never, I mean, I was the one who was pretty wrong to him, that, I wasn't playing with him, I wasn't hugging him, or I wasn't, because of my pains and all. But, and my mom, who used to pray every day at 4, she used to get up. She used to do a lot of chanting of the mantras and all. So 4 to 6, it was her sounds that used to come into my ears. And without a miss, she used to do that, taking care of my food, my sleep, everything. So I wouldn't be the way I am without my family and friends and my support, or the, everyone. So the treatment went on. I had to go through 16 chemotherapies, from which 4 were very strong. They're quite strong. I mean, you used to hear that chemo is it's very painful and all. It's actually not painful when you get it, but it's the side effects that it's very painful. It's basically, it's just one day at a time that you don't know how the next day would be. I used to get a lot of blisters in my mouth. Pharyngitis, I think 3-4 times I used to have that. There was a day that, there was a time that I used to have rashes all over my legs. I had to go to the skin doctor. So every in between, you had to go through this. So it's all the side effects that is painful, but still you have to go through it with a smile. But every day I made it a point without even your hair loss. Hair loss is a big thing, because our hair, Uma auntie is here. Uma auntie has been my auntie from Japan also. She's been very brave. She's also going through, she just finished her chemotherapy. But the beauty is all inside us. It's not the hair. The hair is our asset. It will come back. But yes, it did affect my son because whenever he wouldn't like me, he was only 10. So of course it's understandable that, friends ke samne, I mean, he wouldn't want me to come along, although I used to wear a hat. He used to say, will you wear a wig? But I refused. I wanted to be the way I am. I think, God has made you. So God has made you very beautiful. So it's all the heart that matters. And then I used to see myself, of course, with all the things that were going on, but I still used to do this, just because my son has taught me this. Romantic, please smile. You all are my strength and lots of love to you.
Of course, of course.
And we
And
are
yeah,
beautiful. I mean, with time, your heart also keeps changing. You become more, you look life at a different way. You feel like just giving away now, it was all okay. I said, you don't know how much anything could happen in a second. So do as much as you can. Radiation was another thing. After 16 chemotherapy, there was a 1 month of radiation, which was all okay also. But yes, of course, a lot of side effects, a lot of blisters that happens, a lot of, my whole breast was, it was like fungus and all. I mean, I don't know what it was. I was quite scared. But there are side effects. It depends on each one. It depends on individual, basically. And then there was 9 months of targeted therapy because that is given only because so that the cancer doesn't come back. So to become on the safer side, after your radiation, your hair starts growing back, but very little. So it took another 9-10 months or something to come back. But yes, difficult. But now when I think about it, I was just talking to Uma auntie in the day also that Uma auntie, just get it done and you're over with it. Now when you look back, you'll be, I'm here talking about it. It's going to be, we're going to laugh at it that, it was just like a fever or something. And it's okay. It's a little long process. It's going to be a 1 year, 1.5 year process. But why get it in the first place? So, the point over here is of early detection. Why we do Cancer Awareness Month is only because so that we can make people aware that why do you even want to go through it? You can always, the treatments are different in every case. The treatment could be that you only have a little surgery and get it done with it. Or sometimes, you don't even have to have the chemo done. So the main thing is from the age of many of you would have daughters also. So from the age of 18, 20, please teach them breast examination. There's a big taboo in, India or something, we don't talk about our intimate parts. I mean, why not? I mean, your breasts are your assets. I mean, why not talk about them? And I mean, I talk to my son about all the, intimate parts or about periods or about things. I mean, what's wrong in it? So take that mindset, change that mindset because it is very, I mean, I feel I'm very free with my son because you have to be. I mean, I did realize that over here, they're not teaching in school and all, but from where I was brought up, we all were very free and we used to talk about it. Don't you agree, Uma auntie? I think we all should be free talking about it. So, so the main changes are that from the age of 20, please start doing your breast examination. Even I did not do so that was not right. But the reasons that you could get cancer is, see, in India, I mean, out of one out of 25 are getting breast cancers. And that is a high number. And in the coming time, it's going to get more and more and more. The main reason is our lifestyle. We are not working very hard. We are not active. We are not, and more than rural, if you see the rural or urban areas, the village people are more active. So the tendency of them getting it would be less. It is us who are, who are not active. So you have to be active. You have to do a 45 minutes of exercise daily, 5 times a week. That is very important. Food, nutrition. I was always been very healthy because of my mom. I mean, she's always given us very healthy food. I was always away from fried foods and always taking care of our utensils. Utensils matter a lot. Many people use a lot of plastics. Please do not use them, chuck them out. I've thrown all my plastics away. It's okay. I mean, just spend a little more. I mean, you are investing in your health. It's not spending. If we talk about Moolah, if you're talking about, investing your money, this is your investment in your, for your own health. So please invest in your utensils, use iron. I mean, stop using all the non-sticks also. I have stopped using non-sticks. I have chucked all the plastics out. Aluminum is the worst vessel you can ever have. So please, if you are still using them, please avoid using them. It is, start by small changes, drink lots of water, stay mentally healthy, avoid your stress, which is very hard at times, but you have to have, release your stress. Talk to your friends, go out, do whatever, however, whatever you can do. Meditate. Meditation really helps. So during my cancer treatment, art was a big thing that helped me out go through. I never used to paint before. I mean, it was just, in school or something that I used to paint. But I used to hate blank walls. Suddenly, out of the blue, I started hating. So the first painting that I made during my chemotherapy. So it was my first chemotherapy. Meeta has one of my pictures.
Let me put it. Let me put it before let's show Manaswini's pictures first before she continues. So give me a second and I'm going to show you some of the paintings and things which she has done in this. So one sec. That's Manaswini.
With my last chemo, this is my last chemo. So that's the pot where you can see the cotton. So I have no hair right now.
And
This is my first painting.
This is Manaswini painting. Manaswini, we will talk about this before I go to the next one.
Yeah. So this is at my mom's place. My father actually got mad that what am I doing, started painting on the white wall without even asking or something. But then I started painting, and then he used to come every hour. He used to come. Acha idhar ye kar lena. Acha idhar ye kar lena. He started taking action, and when he was seeing the smile on my face, that's what made the difference. So it was very painful because my arms were very, they didn't have so much strength. It was difficult for me to paint and stand on the stool also, but still I did it. And I think the most of my paintings reflect on Buddha or Lord Mahavir or something. This painting I made for my son's birthday. It was his 11th birthday, and I thought I'll just paint my parents' roof wall. And he was so fascinated with Virat Kohli and cricket. So I just painted, this is the first painting that I ever made this way. So he's into, and this is a reflection of me not having hair, but with a hope that before my hair came out and that I'll get a, I'll come out more beautifully as a soul. So these are some of my paintings. And of course, one of my paintings were in the newspapers. I think a couple of my paintings came up on the newspapers. Yeah, some of the photo shoots when my hair started coming out. And my son trying to make me smile. I mean, I'm smiling here, but the next second I'm frowning. But every smile matters. And yeah, photography was one thing I really liked. So at home, he was trying to make me smile and I made this hope drug. So yeah.
Amazing.
So this is what, I mean, art therapy really helps you. Do whatever you can. If you have to ever go through, if you see anyone go through things, help them out with not talking about cancer. Instead, there were many visitors who used to try to come. I was completely that no one would come meet me. During chemotherapy, you have to take care. As Uma auntie also, she's isolated also. I mean, it's only one-on-one people who would visit. So when people used to come to my place, suddenly they would say, Acha, this so-and-so person had cancer. Why are you so depressed? It's all okay. I mean, it's different for each and every person. Please don't judge, I mean, maybe that person is going out during and watching movies during chemotherapy, but I don't want to because I need to take care. So be a little selfish, and it's okay because it's literally about me, You have to be selfish about yourself at times. There were times that I used to tell my mom, I'm going out, I'm going in, let them sit. I mean, I won't be able to. I mean, sometimes it was my friends only, some far friends, but they would say, Iske, this person had so and so had, and then this person passed away. And then if I hear that, of course, I'm going to go more low. I mean, why have you come here to boost me up, or have you come here me to, so don't ever do that to any other person, because that's not the right way to approach, Instead, don't say anything, just listen to them, give them a tight hug and say it's all okay, and talk about some other anything fun, that you want to go for a coffee later, or so whatever. Talk about, any gossips, or even if you don't have, but don't talk about cancer. And it's very difficult. It was very difficult to handle all those people. I mean, till months, people used to do this. And I really didn't stay away from those negative people. There were so many people who used to say, oh, this person got cancer 5 times. Manu, why are you so low? Look at her. I mean, it is inspiring, but at that moment, it is not inspiring for me. Now, when I think, maybe it's inspiring, but at that time, no, I don't need all that. I need a hug. I need someone to talk to. I need, so that my, the past years things can come out. I need someone my yoga, Vijay Lakshmi, she used to come daily. She used to do yoga. More than half the time, I used to cry every single day. Yoga was one part she used to make, but at the end, she used to counsel me. So she was a counselor also. But all what I did, she would only listen. She would only listen and talk and talk. My mom was always there. And that's what you need at that time. So instead of sympathy, please give empathy. That's a big message that I would like to say, because people don't do that. People like to gossip. People like to do, I mean, I've seen it through, so that's what I could say it. But even later now, your thoughts do change, that you feel like doing things for people. You feel like, when I go to school, my school really helped me. My mentor is right here, Anu ma'am. She's here. She's been more than a sister, more than a mother, I mean, she's been there all through. After joining also, she's really taken care of me. My work is different, but my the whole community, all my colleagues and everyone has really taken good care of me, and that's why I can cope up with my work. I mean, daily I do have pains. Every single morning I have to make it a push. At school jana padega, at school jana hai. Because from the medication, what I'm going through right now is they've put me into Zoladex. So even after your treatment, you'll have to take this one medication that has to be orally, you have to take for the next 10 years, probably. And because I didn't have my age was only 40 at that time, I had to go through, my periods started coming out. So during chemo, you will not have periods. Because your estrogen is suppressed. So once everything was done, my periods started coming back. So the doctor said, okay, let's see. So it's been 3-4 months, it started coming regularly. They had to stop it. And that's why I'm getting Zoladex. Now I'm in menopause. I started from the age of 41, I think, and now I'm 45. And I get all the menopause symptoms. So sometimes it's fun because in school, half of the colleagues are into menopause. I said, hot flash aa raha hai, okay, menopause. So that way you just laugh it off. Whatever you do, I mean, okay, it's there. But as the doctor said, you're living, your capacity is this much and your side effects is this much. So weigh it. What's more important? Agar itna सहन हो गया, so that means your medicines is working, right? He'll laugh it off, and your doctors do matter a lot. The way they speak, your one line, the one line he said, okay, ab chale jao ghar. Just go home, see me after 6 months. You don't know how much relief that gives from the 1 month trauma that, testings is about to come. My testing times are going to come. And then that second, okay, now come back after 6 months. So just to see that smile on each and every patient's, this thing. So basically whenever you feel something, please do not get scared. That's not what you do. And do a self checkup, breast examination once a month is necessary for all of us. Even I have to do it now. But from the age of 20, why they start early is because it's not like, I mean, hardly anyone gets cancer at the age of 20, but because so that you start getting used to how you feeling your breasts. You hardly touching them, or you're hardly pressing them or something, you're just looking at them. So notice if there are any changes, bend down. Are the levels of your breasts same? Is there any discharge in your nipples? If there is, please go to just show to your, I mean, it's not cancer, but just go and show. If you ever feel press in the way you're supposed to you press it. If you ever feel anything, that's when you catch it. If you do it regularly, that's when you catch it early. And that's what we want the whole world to, do that, so that people are not at the 3rd stage, 4th stage, and very difficult to cure. So this is one of the points. Check your underarms. And once a month, the reason that they say once a month is because if you feel every day, you're not going to feel that if your lump has gone big or small or something. It's like if I see Meeta after, every day, I'm not going to know if she's put on 2 kgs or 1 kg or something. But if I see her after 6 months, I'll say, okay, there's a change in Meeta, or maybe she's the same or something. So that's the reason that, you have to do once a month. And then if you are getting your periods, normally most of us, I mean, I used to, at least your breasts do get hard before your periods, you know, and then right after your periods, they get softer again. So do your breast examination 3-4 days after, once you clear, do your breast examination then, because that's the most tender part. And don't do it so late, because again, it's going to go, your cycle's a 28-day cycle. So after 14th day, again, your ovulation starts and all these things happen. So then you'll start seeing the changes again. So the best timing to check your breasts is after 3 or 4 days after your periods. So these are one of the things that, you know, and also if you find a lump or some changes in one side, then do check. It's a big check on the other side also. Because if you have it on the both sides, then that's a part of your body, right? I mean, it's not something different. But if you have it on one side, then straight away just go to your gynecologist and then follow whatever she says. And just get rid of, you know, the mental status. It's more of the mental trauma that you have to go through. Because now it's coming down 5 years. This is the first time the doctor has said, now I can have an yearly checkup done. I mean, I've been going through every 6 months, but this is the first time that he said, okay, I can come, but I do have to check him. I still need to do my more of exercises and all, which we all should be doing. So eating habits also, please, processed food. Many these days, the youngsters and all, it's all okay. You know, people say pizza pastas are fast foods and this, don't eat that. We say in our school also, we teach that these are your sometime food. You know, even to kids, you can have it. You cannot say no to everything, because this is a part, I mean, we adults also do have. But for me, I think, you know, it's just a thing that pizza pastas are not right. Why not? I mean, for Italy, those are their staple food. Roti sabji is our staple food. But you just know that how it's made of. You know, you can have your pizza crust. I eat pizzas, but my pizzas are from, you know, millets or rice flour or something like that. So there's nothing unhealthy about it. I don't put cheese. I just put veggies and I put fresh sauce on it. So that's the pizza for me. So just know how you can play things around and eat healthy, have less oil. Um, my house help has reduced in oil also, because I keep telling him it's not about how much you are using it. It's about, you know, how much you are putting into your body. I mean, if we are not eating, I don't want you to eat also, because it's your health eventually also, right? You take care also. So take care of your surroundings also. Stay happy, be happy, and that's the moon mantra, I guess. I said, you know, smile in every moment. I mean, sometimes it is very difficult, but you still have to do it, and that's how it goes through. And I think, yeah.
It's beautiful, beautifully. Uh, this was really, really heartfelt, and it was beautiful. Thank you so much, Manaswini, for doing this. Would you also like to talk about, because I know that you went through the nutritionist who's Luke Coutinho.
Yeah,
A lot of people like to,
yeah.
follow Luke Coutinho generally. What were the things which, in terms of nutrition, while you were, overcoming the situation, what was the kind of food and diet you had, and what are the things which were told to you to do even now? Of course, some of the things you've already talked about, but would you want to elaborate a little?
Yeah. So because doctors would not talk about nutrition much, they said eat everything, even sugar. Sugar is a big thing that, you know, they say sugar, cancer cells eat on sugar. But when I keep asking the doctor over here, is there new reports and on anything? But they said no, I mean, eat, but eat in limits and all. But Luke Coutinho is obviously a very renowned nutritionist of India, and he's worldwide known also. So I was treated under him. Someone had my bhabhi had suggested me. So for 9 months, I think, for 1 year, I think I took his plan. But the main thing is because my estrogen It's used, breast cancer is related to your estrogen, progesterone, and all these things. So you know, the first thing that they cut me off was from to be a vegan and gluten free. So even today I follow it. I do not eat, although now I started tasting it, but not on a daily basis. Yeah, so that's the first thing that, because gluten gives you inflammation. And at that time, and even now, you do not want inflammation in your body. Anyhow, milk, dairy products, it's only 100 ml that you should only take if you really need it. I'm not a tea person. I like coffee, but coffee, I've reduced quite a lot of coffee, but uh, it's only 100 ml that you could use, even if it's a paneer, you're making paneer or something. Obviously, we teach kids that, eat paneer and have milk and this and that. But it's different for us, when want to raise your estrogen level. So obviously the medicines are doing their part, but nutrition would help. And that's how, if you see, I am glowing. I mean, if you see, my skin does glow. I mean, I'm not, your water intake, 3 liters a day, you're supposed to drink that much. Protein intake, when you ever in, because of your immunity, your increase on your protein. I think, Umanti, you're doing the same, I guess. Yeah, because it's raising your
What are you eating for proteins as a vegan? What are you eating for proteins as a vegan?
proteins have a lot of sprouts. All my even breakfast included sprouts. So usually even to school, I take, instead of utpam or something, we make dal ka chilla or something like that. Dosa you can have, because that's again
Gluten free.
yeah. So anyhow, in any form, but you need that amount of pulses, that amount of, you can have millets, you can have, but pulses is recommended. You either have chickpeas or, red kidney beans and all, a lot of that, because protein makes cells. Onions make cells. So I had a lot of onions also. They create cells. So you have to have all of that. So those are one thing. And one more important thing for nutrition and for your diet is your sleep. Sleep is very important. Sleep on time, wake up on time. You have to have a good sleep, because these days when I'm not having enough sleep, or then that's how I start getting my migraines also. And but sleep is important. These online things, mobiles and all, that the trend is going on, actually we should not do it, but make it a point that you're away from your mobiles 1 hour before you sleep. So by 9 or 10, no matter how much work you have, this is your me time. So, just say no. Even if you sleep at 11, make it a point that you have your 7, 8 hours of sleep, or a good amount of sleep that you need, and start up fresh in the morning. So the energy, and do your walks, your meditations, even in your daily routine, that really does help. So basically, do not stress up anytime, because that really lowers down your immunity. So your immunity has to be up. A lot of times my WBC used to come down. So it was very difficult. Umanti's WBC also comes down. I think she's going through a lot. So we were just talking about it. So we have to get the injections done. So it's nutrition also, it's your stress level also, because you're supposed to eat without stress. My mom always keeps in touch, khana khati ho to khush hoke khao. This is the only thing she always says. Don't say and don't make faces and then eat, but eat with, and help, spread everything.
And one more thing, honestly, I stopped having coffee. I stopped
Yeah.
having caffeine. That really helped to me.
Yeah.
And milk, I totally avoid. Sometimes thoda sa dahi khati hu, because it's good, right? All these treatments are very very heaty for the body.
They're very heaty. And that's why
Yes.
a lot of anxiety also comes up because of it. This anxiety, I've gone through a lot of anxiety. I had to go to a psychiatrist also at one time. I mean, I couldn't handle it. I mean, I had to talk it out or something. I mean, that didn't help much. They just gave me a tablet or something. Ultimately, it is only you, your surroundings. Stay away from negative people. I mean, there were times that I used to have attacks. I do have at times even now, but I don't need any medications now. I am, stable enough now that I do get at times, even in school. I know my knows not very nicely, but still, there was a time that I had to go to a psychiatrist, and I didn't think, people think they मैं क्यों जाऊंगी मैं, they have this taboo that psychiatrist, that means she's, mentally something's wrong with her. I said, no, I mean, you just need help at that time. And please ask for help. If you need help, it's all okay. Talk to people. I don't know why people would think that if you're trying to help, there's an interference in their lives also. It's not that way. I mean, genuinely, we do care about you. That's why we're talking about it. And, you should take it that way also, accept that ways also. I mean, be there for people instead of ignoring them. And this is one thing that really pinches, that when people ignore you, when people do not talk to you, that really pinches. So I mean, stay away from all these things, but just give empathy to, because each and every one of us has a story. I mean, it's not about cancer patients, but it's about other people. This is a life threat thing. So then obviously you would want to get good medication and good treatments and all. My one of my friends, Pooja Motwani, she's Dr. Pooja Motwani. She's an oncologist in Newport Beach in California. She was my school friend. So once I started talking about my cancer, once I posted on Facebook that I just went through chemotherapy. I was completely out of social media for 6 months. And I came into, she said, Manu, I'm an oncologist. So that's how you start attracting positive people, once you start doing the affirmations and your chants and so you start being positive, all the good things started happening and you connect with good lot of people. And that's how school also came into me, the job came in, and so it is difficult, but Pooja has really helped me throughout. I used to check on her with all my reports and everything. She's a brilliant doctor. I mean, she's been very nice, and doctors being so patient. I mean, all my doctors, Dr. Bafna is in Jaipur. They've been all patient, and that is very important, because they are the ones who are making you satisfied in terms of medication and all. And rest, of course, you start meeting new people and do new things. So now I feel like, doing things. I feel like I do get tired, but this thing also, I need to get it out. I sometimes I do think I want to run. I do want to swim also. I want to still make a film. I want to do filmmaking. And there's a lot of things that I still want to do, but and I will.
Awesome.
One day I will.
Yeah. Thank you, Manaswini. Uma auntie, would you like to add something or share some of your experiences?
Well, my journey started a year ago. I had got COVID, and then suddenly you see, in Kobe we live up the hill. We have a lot of hill. I mean, it's on the mountainside. So I had an asthma attack, which I've never had before in my life. So from there, they took the CT scan, and the ambulance was called. They took me to the hospital. That's how I found out. And like they say, like change poison to medicine. That's exactly what happened. And the ambulance took me to the hospital where I'm doing my treatment now. So it's been a year, but in Japan now the system is they do your chemotherapy first, then they do a surgery. They want to shrink the tumor. So I had 12 rounds of weekly chemo. Then I had the 4 strong ones. The 4 strong ones really hit me very hard. I had a kidney infection, so I was in the hospital for 6 weeks. And then all that over, and then surgery was done in September. So, like my nursery, I have to do some after surgery because they don't want it to reoccur. So there's some type of treatment you have to do. I have the exact same like how she had, HER2 positive. So I'm okay. I'm on the right track now, but I'm okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Perfect.
You are very healthy recovery.
Thank
And
you.
yes, you have loads of good things ahead, and I'm sure you're going to be absolutely fine.
Thank you so much.
So thank you, lovely ladies, for sharing your journey. Any questions from anybody? I know Anu is, of course, somebody who you all, who is your, from your school person. So she obviously knows you. I'm sure she doesn't have any questions really. But Sakshi, Prajwala, uh, any questions from any of you? Otherwise, thank you so much.
I
And
just want to say one thing. I just wanted to say one thing. I went when my hair started falling. I went and I shaved it.
yeah,
I went. I said, shave it.
yeah.
You know,
Same here.
shaved it, and then when my hair started growing, I stopped wearing the wig. I have a wig which I hardly wore. I haven't worn for 4, 5 months already. So I'm proud of the way I am. The hair is growing. So what? You know,
Yeah.
I just go like this everywhere now. So
Beautiful.
that's part of it. So just accept it as it is.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Sorry to interrupt you. Sorry.
Not at all, not at all. Because the thing is, you know what, Uma auntie, when you're saying that, that is one of my biggest fears. And we all have vanity. Our hair is one of the things which gives us vanity, right? As when we think we look pretty because of our hair. And that was at one point a very big, uh, again, a fear with me that what if I lose my hair? And I said that to myself one fine day that if I start losing my hair, I'm going to shave it off. And that gives you power. When the power comes back in your own hand and you say, oh, I'm in control, I will not let circumstances take over me, and I'm going to be in control of my circumstances. I think that makes all the difference. And I think that's what you both beautifully presented, that how you took control of your circumstances and won over it. The beautiful smile that Mansavini had through her journey, her son being a part of it, or all the positivity that she exudes even today, were all something truly inspirational. And I really, really thank you for sharing your experiences and your vulnerabilities today. It really means a lot.
Thank
Thanks
you
a
so
lot. Again, I would just say that, just give a hug, a smile, a call to someone who you haven't talked to in months, years, or something. But just spread empathy and don't talk about it. And life is very short. So I mean, there's no reason for why not to talk. Why do you become like that? I mean.
Beautiful. Yes, let's spread empathy, let's spread love, let's spread sisterhood, let's be there for one another, and let's stay positive. And thank you for all that. Prajwala, would you want to say anything before we close? Since I see you on the screen.
Thank you so much, both of you. It was truly very, emotional for me also listening to all that. But yeah, really we appreciate Manaswini for her being so courageous to even talk about it today. Really inspiring.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Anu says it was very inspiring, and in her chat she says that yeah, we need a lot of courage to face these things. And thank you for being so inspiring. And Manaswini and Uma auntie, stay strong. And yes, let's spread the love. Thank you so much for your
Thank you.
time, and I wish you all a very, very happy Diwali. Diwali is around the corner, and may the festival of lights bring you abundance, prosperity, health, beauty, love, and everything. So thank you so much for being here today, and let's rock it from here. Thank you all. Have a lovely evening from here onwards.
Happy Diwali, everyone. Bye.
Diwali.